Hariom, my name is Shruti from Dharma class, and today I'd like to talk about Yaksha Prashna, and a few examples of it. First of all, you might be wondering, what even is Yaksha Prashna? Well, it starts from a story in the Mahabharata. One day, during the Pandavas' 12-year exile, a Brahmin came to their ashrama to ask for their help. He'd hung his irony wood on a tree, and long story short, it got caught on a deer's horn, and the deer ran into the forest, taking his wood with it. He asks Yudhishthira to bring it back, seeing as he used it for his Agnihotra rituals daily. The Pandavas obviously obliged and set off to the forest. Unfortunately, their endeavors weren't fruitful so far, and they grew thirsty and tired. Yudhishthira sent Nakula to bring back some water, and he set off, finding a lake. As he leaned down to drink the water, a voice called to him, telling him the lake belonged to it, and that he must answer its questions to drink from it. Nakula ignores the voice and goes down to drink, dropping dead as he does. Yudhishthira ends up sending all of his brothers, one at a time, to do the same thing, and they fall to the same fate as Nakula. Finally, Yudhishthira goes to find them all, and he goes to the lake. He spots a crane at the top of the tree from which the voice is coming from. He obeys the voice's orders and answers all the questions before drinking. These questions are known as Yaksha Prashna. All of these questions and their answers are valuable information you can use to lead a righteous life. For example, one question of Yaksha Prashna is, how does one become learned? The answer to that is by listening, and that's definitely true. We gain the knowledge from listening to our teachers, books, or even TV. Listening is actually the first step to gaining wisdom. We need to listen, then analyze what we've heard, and then make the right choice by discrimination. That's wisdom. Another question of Yaksha Prashna is, how does one achieve greatness and success? The answer to this one is through tapas, which translates to austerity. We just talked about how listening gives us knowledge, but in order to be successful, you need to put that into action. For instance, if you'd like to lose weight, you not only need to study and diets and exercise routines, but you need to put them into practice. If you want to be successful in anything, you need that kind of self-discipline. The final question of Yaksha Prashna I'll be discussing today is, how does one become intelligent? One becomes intelligent by serving their elders. Our elders have lived for such a long time, and they have so many experiences under their belts, so they're far more knowledgeable than we are. When we serve them lovingly, their knowledge can flow through us, making us intelligent and wise, so we must learn from them. That concludes my presentation. Hariom.
Hariom, my name is Madhav from Dharma class, and I would like to talk to you about Dharma and the first 5 values of Dharma. Dharma is the essential nature of an object that makes it an object. If you take away the essential nature of that object, then it stops being that object. For example, sugar has an essential nature of being sweet, and if you take away sweetness, then it stops being sugar. Another example is fire, and its essential nature is heat. If you take away heat, it stops being fire. So similarly, the essential nature of a human being is divinity. The essential nature of a human being is only visible by their actions. So to guide us to do the right action, we have 10 values of Dharma. I will talk to you about the first 5 values of Dharma. The first value is Dhriti, which means fortitude and forbearance. The second value is Shama. Shama means to forgive or endure cheerfully. The best forgiveness is when you don't get offended in the first place. The third value is Dhamma, which means having control over our physical actions. The fourth value is Asteya. Asteya is when you're stealing. You should never even have a thought of stealing in your mind. The fifth value is Saucha, which means purity. Saucha can consist of external or internal cleanliness. External cleanliness include clean clothes, body, room, home, and environment. Internal cleanliness includes on how we think or act, including jealousy, anger, and selfishness. The next 5 values will be explained by my friend Bridge.
Hariom, my name is Bridge from Dharma class. The other 5 values of Dharma are Indriya Nigraha, D, Vidya, Satya, and Akroda. Indriya Nigraha means control of perception. This determines what we should see, hear, touch, taste, or smell. It keeps bad influence away from our mind. You cannot let your senses control your decisions, which leads us to our next value, D, which means faculty of discrimination. You should be able to not make biased decisions, and you should simply pick the right path or choice. The next value is Vidya, which means knowledge. If we understand knowledge, then it makes us into our true self. Satya means truthfulness. There are 3 types of satya. Tamasic, which is telling the truth and knowing it will hurt someone. Rajasic, speaking the truth only to gain power, fame, or money. And Sattvic, speaking the truth knowing that it is the right thing to do. Finally, Akrodha, which means absence of anger. You should use anger in the right way, and do not let anger control you. When something is out of place, we can use anger as motivation. Thank you.